Hello and welcome to another Tuesday tip tutorial. I'm Claudia Orengo and I'm very happy to share with you a new feature that I started using just right now. I mean, I've heard about it, and to be honest, I had never really tested it, and I just discovered how it can be super helpful for us. So even though I don't think I will be using it on a daily basis, I'm going to explain to you why I'm using it now, and maybe this sparkles some ideas on how you can use it on your own workflow as well. So I am currently working with someone on my team who's helping me on my Zazzle store. And we agreed last week that she would be transferring or creating some colorways for some of my baby shower stationery. I have another video, maybe I can link it to you, where I cover how I design my baby shower stationery, and I start on Illustrator and then I export things and design them on Zazzle directly. So she's going to be working directly on Zazzle, but I wanted to give her the original Adobe Illustrator files with the original colorway, which is this one here, and then the two new colorways that I decided for her to implement. And to make things as easy as possible, I created the colorways here on Illustrator, and now I want to give her the exact color codes. So instead for her to having to click on each one of them and double click here and find the information in this panel, copy the X code or copy wherever she needs, I'm going to give her all the swatches. And Illustrator has this feature where they export all this data for us. So we're going to do that. I'm going to guide you through the process, and then you can think how you can implement this on your own situation. So this is the original. I'm going to select everything here, go to my swatches panel, and even though I already have it, I'm just going to guide you through the step-by-step. So click here to create a new swatch group, make sure that I have them in global, so okay, and there I have them. One thing I notice is that they organize the swatches however they want, so I like to move them around so that they follow this exact order. To me, it makes more sense. So I'm going to repeat the same with this, and then also organize it so that it appears in the exact order I need them. And the same with this one. Okay, so here they are, the three of them in order. Now what I'm going to do is clicking on the folder icon of the first group. I'm going to click on it and it selects all the swatches. So then I come here on the swatch panel and click create swatch info. And here I have lots of options. I'm just going to leave it by default. So click create, and there I have all the swatches with all the information. So she can directly use this information and it's going to be way easier for her. So I'm going to do the same with the other two and then organize it for her so it's super easy to use. I could directly delete the circles, but since I started using them, I'm just going to leave them. That's just my choice and my preference on how to work around that. But as you can see, this was super fast, and now she has all this information. So hopefully you find this useful as well, and you figure out a way to implement it in your own workflow. Just wanted to share with you this design tip because I think it can be transformational for some of us. So yeah, as always, let me know through the comments of this video if you find this useful, if you have heard of it, if you have new ideas on how to implement it, and I'll see you next Tuesday with a new Tuesday tip tutorial. Bye!